Test, test.
Hello, Mr. Webb. I get a mic? How do I turn it off?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to the first event I'd like to welcome you to the first event of the 75th Annual Polk County Youth Fair. You know, if something's been around for that long, it means that we've been doing something right. And the reason we're doing something right is because of the community that we have here in Polk County. Many of you that have students out here exhibiting tonight have also been in this same ring. So thank you for keeping this tradition of agriculture alive in Polk County for 75 years. We'd like to start off the show tonight before we bring the animals out. We'd like to say the pledge of allegiance to the flag. So if you would please stand, move your hats, and then remain standing for a word of prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you'll remain standing for a word of prayer, please. Dear Lord, thank you for this day and thank you for this opportunity to gather all of these exhibitors and their parents and family and friends together. I pray that you keep us safe. Let us remember what this is for and why we're all here. I pray that you bless the animals and the people in the hands that are in this room. And thank you for the time you've given us. In your name I pray, amen.
evening, and welcome to the 2022 Market Hog Showmanship Contest. We are so proud of every exhibitor that is participating. Let's give them a round of applause.
First, we want to introduce our judge. Justin Steerwalt grew up showing pigs, cattle, and sheep for several years and enjoys sorting shows in each species and working with youth across the nation. He is a graduate of Purdue University and Black Hawk East and was a member of the 2009 All-American Livestock Judging Team. Justin currently resides with his wife, Courtney, who is also here to judge, in Hillsboro, Indiana. Justin manages a grain elevator for Archer Daniels Midland, and Courtney is the Animal Science Extension Specialist for Indiana 4-H. They also run a small cow-calf operation focusing on Simmental and Angus genetics, while also assisting families with swine projects throughout the year. We are honored to have Justin back at the Polk County Youth Fair once more. First, we will start with seniors. We have 8 classes of senior exhibitors.
In your first class, we have Lainey Price, Riley Bennett, Matthew Wilson, Elena Soto, Jaden Stinson, Alexia Gardner, Max Keene, Olivia Laxon, and Alexia Trujillo. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
Well, it's certainly a pleasure to be back here in Polk County. I guess my apologies up front for bringing the poor weather for you guys, but we'll take it. It's still 40 degrees warmer than it is where we came from. So very, very nice to be back. Courtney and I were definitely excited whenever we got the call and got the invitation to come work with your, not only just sort through your livestock, but obviously work through your kids. Excellent way to start things off with senior showmanship. Very impressive class to start things off, and I guess how we're going to work this, we've got a lot of kids and a lot of classes to go through this evening, so we're going to try to do it rather quickly, but we're going to make sure we visit and just talk to each kid and tell them exactly what we think that they could do better and some things that they do good. We went ahead and worked through some of these kids that we're going to have that are going to come back, or excuse me, there's 3 kids that... Got to find the right spots in the ring, but there are 3 individuals in this heat that are going to come back for our finals. We visited with the others in the class. In no particular order, I'll just kind of talk about the ones that come back. And I think what they did that excelled them to the top, I think it's just the way that they can combine intensity and still be very composed in the way they handle themselves. I think they're very smooth operators. They make sure to keep their hogs in front of me. They keep them moving at all times, and yet they still can add on and do some very, very good things. So in no particular order, we're going to let you guys go back, and then you'll come back up for the senior finals later on. No particular order. This young man right here in front of me is going to come back. Young lady in the green jacket's coming back. Young lady on the far side with the black barrel is going to come back. Everybody else in this class does an awesome job. Give them a big round of applause as they exit.
Coming back for your final drive is Lainey Price, Max Keene, and Riley Bennett. In your next class of senior showmen, we have Toby Price, Carly Brewer, Christian Granados, Gage Biles, Addison Moody, Brooke Allard, Riley Granger, Kendall Sowell, Allison Guerrero, and Madison Detter. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
Well, good evening, and much to echo Justin's comments, thank you for the warm welcome, at least warm for us. I said, do I need to pull my winter coat out of the trunk? And then I said, no, it's not really cold, but we're super glad to be here, super excited to work with this great group of kids again this year. You know, we know what it takes to get to this point, so everyone should be ultra proud no matter what happens over this weekend. Just like Justin mentioned, we're looking for the same things throughout the day, that intensity, that keeping that pig in the line of vision without being on top of the judge. Just watch your transitions as we're working through these next groups. Out of this division, we're going to bring back 2. We're going to bring back 414 as well as 410. We look forward to seeing everybody else tomorrow and working on those things that we chat with them about. Congratulations.
Coming back for the final drive is Toby Price and Kendall Sowell. In your next class of senior showmen, we have Jasmine Davidson, Madison Young, Denti Rosano, Braylon Sadler, Joshua Melton, Emily Stokes, Ethan McKinnon, Michaela Billingsley, and Billy Porterfield. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
well, these senior classes just continue to bring out very, very high quality individuals. And this one's a very challenging one to sort through. And I think a lot of it's because these hogs are, maybe as they're getting out here, maybe it's getting a little later in the evening, closer to feeding time, and their attitudes are starting to change. They're wanting to find the corners and stay on the fence and just kind of jumble all together and just not cooperate with the individuals like they'd like to hope that they would for showmanship. So that's what makes it tough for judges out here. There were two individuals that we thought surfaced to the top for us. I think their ability to just be consistent from start to finish, keeping their hogs out of traffic, and just playing the cleanest race out here, so to speak, in relation to their contemporaries out here. Again, no particular order. We're going to pick two to come back for the finals. This young man right here, he's going to come back. And young man 440, he's going to come back also. Congratulations. You guys all do an awesome job.
Coming back from Class 3 is Joshua Melton and Ethan McKinnon. In your next class of senior showmen, we have Alexis Jinks, Hannah Stigall, Caden Miller, Tabitha Hastings, Skyla Varner, Aragan Resmondo, Ashlyn Trotter, Gabriella Baker, Mariah Waldman, and Summer Perez. Exhibitor, your judge, is in the striped shirt and black vest.
All right, well, these pigs are what I like to call off to the races. So these individuals have done a nice job of keeping their composure, even when their pigs haven't wanted to quite cooperate in some instances. From this class, we are going to bring back 3. We're going to bring back 100. $355 and $299. These young ladies did a nice job amidst the kind of chaos that was coming towards them at times. But great job. We look forward to seeing all these kids back tomorrow and working on the things that we discussed.
Coming back for the final drive is Hannah Stiegel, Oregon Resmondo, and Ashlyn Trotter. In your next class of senior showmen, we have Jillian Allgood, Brendan Turkis, McKenna Stencil, Macy Ashmead, Nathaniel Bath, Kylie O'Neill, Jonathan May, and Keon Booker. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
another excellent class, and I think one that's very, very deep, and a class that you've got people that really show a lot of good signs and gives you some things that they can really continue to work on as well. I think there's 3 individuals that play the complete game. They came out swinging and they just continue to keep their foot on the gas the whole time. Maybe didn't have quite as many highs and lows as some of the others, but they were the most consistent, and I think that's what's going to allow them to come back for our finals. Again, no particular order. The 3 that we're going to have come back, 256 right here is going to come back. 395 coming right at me is going to come back. And the blonde-haired young lady on the far side is going to come back as well. Congratulations to all of our exhibitors in this class.
Coming back from Class 5 is Brendan Turkis, Macy Ashmid, and Keon Booker. In your next class of senior showmen, we have Aiden Ebby, Peyton Carroll, Riley Wilson, Chelsea Hoyler, Jordan Brantley, Madison Carlton, Hope McKay, and Brooke Henderson. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
All right, so another great class here. Just a few things that kind of separate those to the top. One of the things we haven't talked today about that we just want to hit on a little bit, presentation both for the exhibitor and the pig is always important. So make sure we're checking those pigs before they come in for any dirt and other items that might be on them. Also, we've seen a couple things that we'd like to mention as well. Your hand is a great tool, but I guess we're a little bit old school in that we really don't want to see you using that as your tool. You should have what you need with that whip in your hand or pipe or whatever you choose to drive that pig with. But other than that, we are looking forward to continuing this division, and all these exhibitors deserve a round of applause. And I guess I better pick them, right? So we're gonna go with this young lady here with this blue spotted up bear there. Losing track. Mr. Cranky, or Miss Cranky the pig, whichever one. Yeah. And this young lady right here.
Coming back for the final drive is Jordan Brantley, Madison Carlton, and Brooke Henderson. In your next class of senior showmen, we have Brianna Ferris, Jacob Moss, Charlie Wood, Taylor Moore, Mackenzie Ball, Lily Kelly, Caleb Fletcher, Leah Solis, and Riley Kilpatrick. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
If you drive a gold Chevy Silverado with the tag number 24BDMM, it is blocking the horse arena and needs to be moved.
Another impressive set of senior kids out here. And since we're getting towards the end of the senior division, the three that we're going to keep back, we are going to pin you guys. So these guys out here in the ring are going to help you get tucked away back here because we're going to run through one more class and then we'll get the final drive going again. Awesome group out here, start to finish. I think every one of them definitely needs to be commended for what they do. Again, I think there were three that were just more consistent and just got to the right spot and was in front of us the most. I think they do an excellent job. Again, no particular order. The three that are going to come back, 432 right here. 219 driving right at me. And 417, the young lady driving away from me. Congratulations. Give them all a big round of applause.
Coming back from Class 7 is Charlie Wood, Caleb Fletcher, and Riley Kilpatrick. In your next class of senior showmen, we have Mackenzie Smith, Austin Brooks, Taja Santos, Charlie Kyle, Mia Davis, Raylan Laurie, Michaela Eldridge, Brenna Durker, and Luke Kennard. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest. Glad you got to see me. Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna come in the morning.
All right, well, the heat just keeps coming. So this is going to be probably a large division we're going to have out here, but definitely a competitive one at the end. Just again, same types of sentiments that we've talked about all evening, about keeping that pig in front of the judge, just working on taking, I call it moving your pig with purpose. So making sure that you're using that pig to your advantage, not wearing him down, but keeping him in front of the judge, but also taking long enough strides to really get out and show all the angles of your project. We are going to bring back 3 from this class. We're going to bring back the young lady 411, young lady 116, and this young man right in front of me, 350. So congratulations again. We're looking forward to a super senior division.
Coming back for your final drive is Mia Davis, Michaela Eldridge, and Luke Kennard. Coming in the ring for your final drive of seniors, from Class 1, Lainey Price, Riley Bennett, Max Keene. From Class 2, Toby Price, Kendall Sowell. From Class 3, Joshua Melton, Ethan McKinnon. From Class 4, Hannah Stiegel, Aragan Resmato, Ashlyn Trotter. From Class 5, Brendan Turkis, Macy Ashmead, Keon Booker. From Class 6, Jordan Brantley, Madison Carlton, Brooke Henderson. From Class 7, Charlie Wood, Caleb Fletcher, Riley Kilpatrick. And from Class 8, Mia Davis, Michaela Eldridge, and Luke Kennard. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
Awesome way to end this senior showmanship. And I don't know what we've got for numbers in our other divisions, but coming from Indiana, and I don't know if it's like this in other states or how it is, but to have this amount of participation in the senior division, I know from experiences and judging other places, it seems like your juniors and your intermediates, that's where your numbers are at. And then once we get into the senior division, these kids have so many things going on in their lives, they just kind of lose interest in showmanship. They don't focus on it like some of the younger kids do, and maybe it's just that age. But I'm very, very impressed at the amount of kids that come out in this senior division. I'm absolutely floored by the quality of showmen. Not only this top 5 that's out here, but every single one of them over here in the pins, and every single one that we had to send back. Give them all a huge round of applause. We kind of went through it in each one of the heats, what we were looking for. We're starting with the seniors, so we have the utmost, highest expectations. We want you guys to be perfect, and you're dang sure close to that when you get out here. I know we had to work them harder. I know there were a lot of pigs out here, but you guys continued to persevere through it. You did an awesome job. We expected greatness, and that's what we got out here. This top 5 is extremely challenging to kind of work our way through, and the pigs kind of sorted you guys off on their own. I think some of them just kind of wore down a little quicker than others. It's how you reacted is how your placing went. So we'll start at 5th and then work our way up to the eventual champion, so you guys can start working them a little bit more. 5th place individual, I think, is one that's just super calm, cool, and collected. One, I guess I don't know their ages, but one that I would guess is probably one of the younger ones in the group, but just does an excellent job. Their gilt's getting a little tired out here, and she's getting a little shorter stepping and wants to just stop a little bit more than we'd like to see, but man, she does an excellent job. Young lady in the white shirt's gonna be 5th. Our 4th place individual is a lot like her from a showmanship aspect, just very calm, cool, and collected, but still has enough intensity and aggression to her. She wants to get a little shorter in the way she makes her passes in the ring, and maybe wants to turn that barrel a little quicker and a little more abrupt than I'd like to see, but I think she does an awesome job as well. 198, you're gonna be 4th. Congratulations. And that leaves us with the top 3, and I'll speak for Courtney. I don't know if it's the exact same for her, but they're the 3 that came out of the gate swinging, and they're the 3 that really punch you in the face when they come out, and they just stay absolutely the most consistent from start to finish. They do an awesome job. As we drive them a little longer, one of them's Hog today is just getting a little tighter out here, wanting to fight them just a little bit more, but I think an incredible showman in her own right. Young lady, you're going to be 3rd. And then we've got our 2 young men here right in front of us that are our champion in reserve, and I think you can coin flip and go any way you want to with these 2 because they're absolutely phenomenal. Just to kind of talk about them individually before I tell you what we're going to do, this guy here in front of me, this guy is just cool as the flip side of the pillow. He can just sit out here and drive them all day, just back and forth, good, easy paces, gets a good long drive out of that barrel. I guess maybe if I compare him back to the other young man, maybe he doesn't give me quite as many different variations and angles as the other young man. Maybe doesn't drive away quite as much, maybe doesn't come at me as much, or just mix it up quite a bit. But man, he can just drive that one on a profile like a dream, does an excellent job. And then the young man on the far side, he's got a barra that's really wanted to start fighting him early on, but his ability to just accept that challenge and just keep this guy going, he's had his mouth open for about 10 minutes, but he's just continued to get after it. He mixes it up really, really well, does an awesome job, and I love just the way he utilizes the ring, stays so composed, very, very close between the 2. Young man, here's your champion. Young man behind him's reserve. Congratulations, guys.
In the final drive of senior showmanship, your 3rd place was Kendall Sowell. 2nd place, Caleb Fletcher. And your senior showmanship champion is Toby Price.
take backdrop pictures after every drive is done. We would like to take a brief moment to thank our sponsors that make this happen. Duke Energy, Southern Graphic Designs, Keller Mechanical, Florida Farm and Ranch, J&J Tack Shack of Bartow, Julie Jackson, Allstate, and Whidden McLean Funeral Home. In your first intermediate class, we have Ashley Carroll, Emily Phillip, Laya Jones, Colton Blankenship, Mason Stovall, Trip Bentley, Riley Griffin, Trip Bowden, and Griffin Kilpatrick. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
Well, another great first class in our intermediate division here this evening. I would encourage all of our junior division participants, if they haven't had a chance, or even those that may be later in the intermediate, make sure you're coming up and watching and seeing how it's operating, but also listening to the feedback. That's one of my best pieces of advice for those in showmanship, is we can always work and perfect something, and listening and absorbing is oftentimes a key component in that. Again, similar things to our senior division. We're not changing what we're looking for. We want to see the pig as well as the exhibitor in the right place at the right time, taking those long strides, making sure that we are positioning ourselves in front of that judge, but also not on top of them or behind them. So those are the things that surface. In this division, we start to see some kind of overuse of the whip at times, or just a little bit uncontrolled. So that comes with practice and poise. So just keep working that, using that tool to your advantage. The three that we're going to call back this evening, number 9 here. I love it when they're excited. This young man right here, 419. And this young lady right in front of me, 424. Congratulations, you all do a great job. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow as well.
Coming back from Class 1 is Ashlyn Carroll, Trip Bentley, and Griffin Kilpatrick. In your next class of intermediate showmen, we have Gabriella Pinello, Caleb Hackett, Jordan Hastings, Kendall Akins, Josiah Jackson, Alexandra Burgos, Justice Bennett, Emma Peterson, Cameron Colby, and Alexis Lanier. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
very good group of intermediates, and I think a group that maybe comes with some challenges as far as spacing, I think, is where we get into some trouble in this group. Maybe not as much from a distance standpoint as far as being too far away, but I think a lot of you youngsters maybe want to just overcrowd us and just get too close at all times. So we've got to find a happy medium there. I like the 10 to 15 to maybe 18 feet at all times. Just mix it up, stay out there, keep them driving, and keep them consistent. So again, I think spacing is what surfaces our two individuals here that I think are going to come back in no particular order. The two young ladies that are going to come back in this drive. This young lady right here in the green. And this young lady, number 77, is going to come back. Congratulations to everybody. They do an excellent job.
Coming back from Class 2 is Kendall Akins and Justice Bennett. In your next intermediate class, we will have Camden Herman, Haley Ambrose, Caden Brinknell, Carson Thompson, Jaden Register, Braden Castleberry, Alyssa Hillman, Layla Hicks, and Madison Carter. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
All right, another wonderful class. I think as the night wears on, we're starting to see our pigs kind of wear down a little bit, and I commend all of those young people who are keeping it together. I had a great conversation with the young lady over whose pig spent most of the time over here, but we said tomorrow's going to be a great day. So that's what matters, and this is all about practice, and you all are keeping it together is a big part of showmanship. Trust me, we've all been there. So we're going to go ahead and call back 2 from this class. We will call back 392 right in front of me. And 397. Congratulations. Again, look forward to seeing all these kids back tomorrow, and this is a really cool opportunity that they get a great practice turnout in the ring before the real shebang tomorrow. So rest up, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Coming back from Class 3 is Camden Herndon and Alyssa Hillman. In your next class of Intermediate Showmen is Isabel Oakes, Ethan Stevens, Riley Kyle, Carson Dix, Aubrey Hill, Haley Stevens, Riley Talent, Charlie Palmer, and Lainey Cash. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
awesome class of intermediates. I think even if we consider the seniors that I worked through, I think from top to bottom, this may be the deepest and most consistent class of showmen we've seen so far today. We're going to pull 4 out of this class. I think there's 4 of them that deserve a second look and just do an excellent job, and just from start to finish did very, very good. In no particular order, the ones that are going to come back. Young lady 416 is going to come back. This young lady right here in front of me, 390's coming back. 402 driving right at us is coming. And the young lady in the corner with the other calico, 398 is going to come back as well. Give them all a big round of applause.
Coming back for the final drive is Aubrey Hill, Haley Stevens, Charlie Palmer, and Lainey Cash. And your next intermediate class, we have Jackson Oaks, Taylor Cornelius, Mason Dix, Adam Stevens, Lillian Patterson, Addison Kinney, Anna Hicks, and Harmony McKay. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
Can Jason True please come to the announcer's stand? Jason True.
Well, we've got some great exhibitors out here along with hairstyles. Really got some cool hair going on in this ring. That's kind of transferred up to the north, so it must have started here, I think. I'm not sure, but love the hair. Great group of kids. We're just getting to that point in the evening, like I said in the last class, where not all of them are wanting to cooperate, but there are a couple that definitely surfaced to the top for us this evening. We're going to go ahead and pull this young man here, 138, and this young lady right here, number 95. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you back in the finals.
Coming back from Class 5 is Adam Stevens and Lillian Patterson. In your next intermediate class, we have Madison Keller, Cheyenne Walker, Lainey Cheney, Julian Hernandez, Bennett Van Hook, Abigail Kirshner, Sierra Mooney, Colton Graham, and Grayson Kilpatrick. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
Jason True is in the arena. Would you please report down here to the announcer's stand? Jason True. You not? Okay, thank you.
Reintroducing Class 6, Madison Keller, Cheyenne Walker, Lainey Cheney, Julian Hernandez, Bennett Van Hook, Abigail Kirshner, Sierra Mooney, Colton Graham, and Grayson Kilpatrick. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
Another good class as we start to wrap up the intermediate. Sorry about that, getting some logistics lined out. We are going to pin the ones that we're going to keep back out of this class because we only have one more class of intermediates. Again, another great class. I think there were a lot of highs and lows in this group. I think there's some showmen that really do an awesome job, and then at other times, we just scattered and everybody got too far away from me and they found their corners. So again, I think there's a couple individuals out here that were just the most consistent. I think they always were in the right place at the right time. That takes nothing away from any of the others that aren't going to come back because there's a lot of bright futures out there and you guys all do an excellent job. So in no particular order, the two that we're going to have come back, and you're going to put your pigs in pins over here. This young man's driving directly away from me, 415. He's going to come back. And this guy over here, 108, he's going to come back too. Give them all a big hand.
Coming back for the final drive is Colton Graham and Grayson Kilpatrick. In the next intermediate class, we have Bailey Jackson, L'Oreal Taylor, Lucas Cheney, Jordis Watson, Amelia Taylor, Issa Simpson, Audrey Bailey, Porter Yates, and Jackson Slaughter. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
Another great class that's taken us a little bit of time to converse. Different types and styles of showmen out here this evening, and that's kind of what we're working with in this particular class. So one thing that we kind of noted in this class as we're sort of winding down to the end of this division for sure is that make sure you're keeping your pig, again, Justin said it earlier, but that 10 to 15 feet away from the judge. It's really incredibly difficult to look at your hog whenever you're right on top of us. So just keep thinking about that. Keep thinking of perhaps an orange 8-foot to 10-foot gate that you use on the farm, that type of thing. That's about how far you want to be away from the judge. Or maybe like a bug car is another example of something too. But great job. We look forward to seeing this division out in action, and the two that we're going to call back, three that we're going to call back are this young lady right here, 413, 418, and this young lady right in front of me, 12. Congratulations. Those of you that just got called, we'll go ahead and have you pinned.
Coming into the ring for your final drive of intermediate showmanship is Class 1, Ashlyn Carroll, Trip Bentley, Griffin Kilpatrick. Class 2, Kendall Akins, Justice Bennett. Class 3, Camden Herman, Alyssa Hillman. Class 4, Aubrey Hill, Haley Stevens, Charlie Palmer, Lainey Cash. Class 5, Adam Stevens, Lillian Patterson. Class 6, Colton Graham and Grayson Kilpatrick. Class 7, Amelia Taylor, Audrey Bailey, and Porter Yates. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
Let's give these intermediates a big round of applause. I think just as deep and just as competitive in the top end as our senior division. These kids are just flat getting after it. Definitely heavily female out here. So you boys in the intermediate group, I challenge everybody just to get your game a little higher. These girls are hard to beat. I'll give you that. I remember showing back in my day, it was always hard to get around the girls, and that takes nothing away from any of them. They're just doing an excellent job, and it's one person or two people's opinion one day. It can all be shuffled around. You guys are all excellent showmen, so don't hang your hats with the ones back there in the pen. Our top five, they do a very, very good job. And again, I'll start at 5 and work our way up to our champion in reserve. 5th place is an individual. When they came out in their heat, they did an awesome job. They were a surefire pick to come out of their heat. Really just gives you a great first impression. Love just the way they handle their hog as far as their driving utensil, and just so calm, cool, and collected. Their barrow's starting to wear down on him out here and just got too much of a sluggish pace to him. Just gets too lazy on his turns and just doesn't work with her quite as well, but she does an excellent job. This young lady right here is going to be 5th. Give her a round of applause. 4th place, I'll be honest, was a last-minute decision just to get her out of her heat because she did a few things in her heat. She's one that has a very high ceiling, but just maybe wasn't as consistent as some of the others in her heat. But I told Courtney she's just flat out been a gamer out here whenever we've got out in the finals, and she's done an awesome job. I think maybe she's not quite as polished in her transitions as some of the others, and that'll come with time. I'm guessing she's one of the younger ones of the group, but does an awesome job. Young lady in the white shirt right here is going to be 4th. And then we've got 3 young ladies in the top 3 that, again, do a great job. Our 3rd place individual, I love how she mixes it up. She drives her hog at me a lot. She drives her hog away from me a lot. She's a little quicker and just more abrupt in the way she turns her hog, and just maybe doesn't make quite the seamless turn as our champion in reserve, but I think she does a great job as well. Young lady with the polka dotted one will be 3rd. And then we get our top 2, and they're ones, as soon as they hit the ring, you knew they were going to be up there in the top 5 no matter what. Just their poise and polish and just their ability to combine intensity and aggressiveness, but still mask it with such a composed type of a look from the outside. They both do an awesome job. I think when it comes down to it, one of them has never missed a beat the entire time, whether it starts at her heat and then it comes out here in the finals. It's never given me a bad look. The other one's hog wanting to wear down just a shade, and that's what splits the two. You guys are awesome. 2nd's right here in front of me. The young lady driving right there is your champion. Congratulations.
Your 5th place intermediate showmanship champion was Alyssa Hillman. Your 4th place intermediate showmanship champion was Audrey Hill. In 3rd place was Audrey Bailey. In 2nd place was Haley Stevens. And in 1st place, Camden Herman.
We would like to take a brief moment to thank our sponsors that made this happen. Duke Energy, Southern Graphic Designs, Keller Mechanical, Florida Farm and Ranch, J&J Tack Shack of Bartow, Julie Jackson, Allstate, Whitten, McLean Funeral Home,
In your first junior class, we have Kaysen Herman, Autumn Harrison, Paisley Kyle, Addison Kostick, Kendall Priora, Bryce Fitzgerald, Avery Walker, and Bristol Dykes. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
We would like to remind everyone to please pick up your trash when exiting. Thank you.
All right, so we saved probably one of the most fun division, I have to say, for last this evening. And some folks might wonder why juniors are shown last, but it's because they're sponges. So all of these kids have had the unique opportunity to watch the other two divisions to really get some insight and gain some perspective. And like I said, they are sponges, so they can absorb, and that's what's cool is they can take full advantage of their opportunities through 4-H and FFA. So personally, this is a great division to sort. Again, it comes down to fundamentals and things that will come with time, but just making sure your pig is in front of the judge, but not on top or too far away. Just finding those sweet spots and showing off the angles of that project are kind of where we're at in working with these. I think all these kids have done a great job with eye contact, and that's oftentimes something challenging to find out of this division. We're going to go ahead and call 3 back, and they're going to go in pins. We're going to start with 15 here in no particular order. Mr. 391. And this young lady right here, 126. Congratulations, you guys do a great job. You've made us all smile, so that's important. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Coming back for the final drive is Carson Hermid, Addison Kostick, and Bryce Fitzgerald. And your next junior class is Wyatt Oakes, Jamesy Hurst, Weston Watts, Kayla Wilson, Olivia Taylor, Dallas Stevens, Natalie Merson, and Kylie Briora. Exhibitors, your judge is in a striped shirt and black vest.
Another nice set of kids and a fun group to work with. I think they all do an awesome job and have very, very bright futures at showing these stock. Again, like Courtney said, we're looking at the basics on these kids, having control, keeping the hogs where they need to be, and having some eye contact and some awareness of where the judge is. There's 2 of them out here that separated themselves rather quickly for us, so we're going to grab those 2 and put them back in pins to come back. And again, no particular order. Young lady number 11, she's going to be one of the ones that come back. And this little guy, 389, he's going to come back. Give them a big round of applause. They do an excellent job.
Coming back from Class 2 is Olivia Taylor and Dallas Stevens. In your next junior class, we have Hoyt Keller, Wade Gerbert, Addison Hill, Addison Bolden, Lillian Shepard, Bella Dykes, Corbin Merson, Lucy Peterson, and James Slaughter. Exhibitors, your judge is in a striped shirt and black vest.
winding down this super competitive and also just super fun division of juniors here. We're going to conclude with just some overall general comments on this division. Again, showmanship starts at home, and that's the thing. You never know how your pig's going to react or respond to their different environments, but we're seeing some of that out here this evening. Plus, it's late, but I want to commend all these kids for keeping their poise and confidence throughout the duration, and no matter what that pig's doing, they're not losing their cool, and that's what's important. Showmanship is a team project, so keeping it you and your pig and really getting to know your pig on that one-on-one level is what kind of separates and makes it important. And you can definitely see those kids that have put in the hours and worked on getting that as well. Again, we talked a little bit in the last couple divisions about just keeping those pigs that 8 to 10 to 15 feet away from the judge, essentially not on top of them. And that'll come with time, but that's kind of what we're looking. And we also don't want to have to look too far for you. So we had to do some kind of Where's Waldoing on a couple individuals in this class. So just keep up the good work, keep practicing at home. That's where it all happens. We are going to go ahead and call 3 from this division back. We're going to call this young lady right here with the spot. This young man right here, number 263. And then this young lady on the fence over here, number 401. Congratulations. Those of you that were just called can go ahead and just stay in the ring, and we'll go ahead and pull out the rest. But congratulations again. This is the best division to watch and to work with because this is where it all starts. So keep up the good work. We hope to see you. I mean, we may not be here next year, but everyone else hopes to see you next year. So
Staying in for the final drive from Class 3, Addison Hill, Lillian Shepard, and James Slaughter. Coming into the ring for your final drive of juniors is Carson Herman, Addison Kostick, Bryce Fitzgerald, Olivia Taylor, and Dallas Stevens. Turn it on. Exhibitors, your judge is in the striped shirt and black vest.
Yeah, you guys can let them relax. They're getting tired and worked up. Awesome group of juniors. The future is ultra bright. Give them a big round of applause. These kids are working their tails off out here, and again, the hogs are starting to wear down, but man, they just continue to get after it. The three that we've got kept back here that are going to be 6, 7, and 8, you guys do awesome too. Your hogs just wore down a little bit quicker than some of the others, but just keep your head up. Things can shuffle out a lot different at the next show, whether it be the county fair next year or jackpot shows, wherever you guys are going to exhibit them at. We're going to go ahead and again start at 5 and work my way higher. It does get very, very close for 4th and 5th, and I think there's a pair of individuals that have great eye contact, great intensity. They know where I'm at all times. Our 5th place individual, at times, I caught him behind me more than I wanted, and maybe just didn't get out in front and center as much as some of the others, but does a great job. That's young lady number 11. She's going to be 5th. 4th place, I love this person's intensity as well. Eye contact is great, ring spacing, and they know where they need to be at all times. Gets a little too heavy and aggressive with the whip at times. Maybe their hog just wants to start and stop a little more than they need to. That's this young man right here. He's going to be 4th. I think the top 3 sorted themselves off and just kind of separate themselves just on their ability, their intensity, and just how poised and polished they are. A 3rd place, I think, is one that just does an awesome job and really gets a good drive. At times, that hog wants to find the gate and find the railing. Just doesn't cooperate quite as well as she wants, but she does an awesome job. Young lady, you'll be 3rd. And then it's Mullet Mania up here on top, and these 2 young men just flat get after it the entire time. They do excellent. It's drawing straws between the 2. You can take one day, and I guarantee the next day the other one will prevail. It just comes down to who's the smoothest, who's the most consistent, and who's got the best partner out here as we talk about the hog that they're driving. It's awfully, awfully close. Young man, you'll be 2nd today. You're going to be 1st. Congratulations. Good job, buddy. Nice job. Congratulations.
Your 5th overall, Olivia Taylor. 4th overall, James Slaughter. And your 3rd overall, Junior Showman, Addison Hill. 2nd overall, Junior Showman, Carson Herman. And your Junior Champion Showman is Dallas Stevens.
A very special part of showmanship to us is our overall showman award, honor of Dylan Webb. Dylan Webb was a very special part of our fair, and we all know he sure loves showmanship. In your final drive for overall showman, we have Toby Price, Camden Herman, and Dallas Stevens.
you guys can just let them chill. We're both going to say a few words, and then we'll shake some hands. Guys, can we confirm I'm just doing one champion, right? Okay, I'm picking one. All right. I guess before I get into my little, memory I want to share, I don't know, guys around the ring, I don't know if you guys realize the level of competition that these kids can play at. These kids can play at the national level, and I'm sure they have. They can absolutely get it with anybody in the country. Let's give them a big round of applause. We won't speak a whole lot more on the showmen. They've spoken for themselves, and we've talked about them plenty today. They do incredible. I guess I want to just kind of touch back on a memory. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, or however long it's been since I judged. After the show, a lot of times I'll go back, and I can probably tell you what 5, 6 class winners looked like at the show that I would have judged 3 or 4 years ago. I just got the type of memory where I can go back and remember hogs from shows, but I also go back and remember people that I encounter throughout the way. And I guess one thing I'd like to just bring back, I think it was probably standing right where you're at with the board after the show. Courtney and I were just it's kind of one of those deals after shows are over. It's an odd feeling. You don't know whether you want to go to the backdrop or if you want to hightail it to your car. But we were just kind of standing there in an awkward moment, and kid comes up, never met him before, never seen him, just comes up and starts a conversation, and we sit there and talk about hogs and just life for probably a half hour. And it's one of those people where you just go back and think, man, that person's got to be a role model, or he just gives me such a good first impression. Just looks like he's going to be somebody that's going to make an impact in the industry. And that was Dylan Webb. Never met him, never knew anything about him, but it was somebody that I could tell people look up to, and he's very impactful. So I guess I challenge all you kids. I'm sure everybody knows him, obviously a lot better than I did, but just try to be more like Dylan, try to make an impact, try to make a first impression. I'm going to give Courtney the mic, and we'll get the ball rolling.
If Courtney can find the words, yeah, that was pretty impactful, and for both of us, I remember people. I'm a people person. And I'm fortunate in my role, I get to work with 4-H youth in the state of Indiana with their animal projects on a daily basis, as well as the adults and mentors. And that's one thing that I just love about coming down here is the family concept, the mentors that you see around. This time goes so quickly, and we take it for granted. The last time we were here, Justin, was about probably a month before the world changed. And we fought really hard to be able to do this in Indiana that summer and to be able to provide this outlet because we recognize and realize what the importance is. I tell my kids that I work with and my 4-H educators in the state of Indiana, these animals are a teaching tool. It doesn't really matter what they look like, and that really surfaces in showmanship, but it's about all the opportunities and all the networks and all the connections and all of the skills that you're learning from this project. So I just want to encourage all of you to keep this concept of family and keep this environment that you have, because that's what's important to these kids. Justin and I grew up competitors in the ring. I mean, pretty fierce competitors. We didn't really like each other a lot of the time, but now we're married to each other. And in May, we will have our own little showman, and we're super excited about that one. But you can bet your bottom dollar this will be where they're at. Whether they want to show a cat or a dog or a llama or hopefully a pig or a calf, we hope. We want this. This is important. So cherish it. Do what you have to do. Be a role model. And just keep doing what you're doing because we love it down here. We've thought about moving south. So again, just want to congratulate all of you. Want to thank you for the opportunity. I look forward to watching him sort through the show tomorrow, but I look forward to seeing all of you interact and engage as well.
Let's get your motors running and we'll go get you a champion. Give them a big round of applause again.
And your overall showman is Toby Price.